What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you episode 2 of the Stats Free Sports podcast. Only have 3 topics for you guys, so it won't be super long today. One is Shedeur Sanders versus the NFL media, or you can simply say the NFL, because it seems like everyone and their mom is against Shedeur Sanders right now. We'll talk about that, and probably my final thoughts on him as well. I won't talk about him probably again until after the draft, unless something happens, but probably my last final thoughts on Shedeur Sanders after the draft until after the draft. Also, I have the Chiefs trading Joe Thuney to the Bears. I want to do talk about that trade, my thoughts on it, and also give you some predictions that could come off of that trade. Predictions for the Chiefs and their future moves, and also the Bears as well. Also, some draft moves from those two teams as well. And last topic, little NBA, Orlando Magic. Dave stuck out to me for a while this year. As I said before on the channel, I stopped covering basketball, but I'll talk about it more on the podcast. And I want to talk about the Orlando Magic and their short-term and long-term moves and also future. So let's get into it, guys. Quick disclaimer. You might hear some coughing in the background. My kid is homesick. Luckily I make my own schedule, so I don't have to miss work or nothing like that. I just switch my schedule up. So that's why I had time today to do a podcast episode. I like to do it more on weekends, but you might hear a little coughing in the background. Can't control that, so sorry about that if you are listening to this video. So let's get into it, guys. Shedeur Sanders versus the NFL versus NFL media versus media in general. Whatever you want to say, man. This has been wild. I talked about something like this just a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I did a video on Shedeur Sanders. It was a Mel Kiper video. He was doing an interview and brought up Shedeur Sanders. He talked to one scout, and an NFL scout said he doesn't see a place in the NFL for Shedeur Sanders. Outright crazy to me. I spoke on that, like I said, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. But now, coming off the draft talk, everyone's saying Cam Ward is clearly number one, which is fine. No problems there. And now you're seeing scouts from the combine, always anonymous, always secretive. Oh, a couple scouts saying that, he's brash. He felt like he wasn't interested, blah, 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 all that stuff. So I'm going to give my final thoughts, unless something crazy happens, my final thoughts on Shedeur Sanders until after the draft. So I've said it before. I'll say it again. Shedeur Sanders probably has no chance at going QB as being QB1, as being first off the board. I think he's better than Cam Ward. I've said it the entire year. I'll say it now again. But as I said in my video back in May, I did a video in May discussing Shedeur fussing with going back and forth with a former Colorado Buffalo player on X back in May last year. And I said it back then. Stuff like that, plus his attitude, plus his family history, which is nothing crazy, just his dad is Deion Sanders and they're all confident. But stuff like that, you don't see from quarterback ones. You don't see other quarterbacks fussing with former players on Twitter about their head coach / dad. You don't see that. So I said back then, there's no way in the world Shedeur could go one. Now he still could go one. I know everyone's saying Cam Ward QB1. You never know. I personally think he fits the Titans and the Browns scheme better than Cam Ward does. He may not be more as talented as Cam Ward, but I think Shedeur is better as far as, that scheme wise. He's been in NFL offense for years now. He's an accurate quarterback, the best accuracy by far in this class. Very talented, high IQ, all that good stuff. So, we'll see what happens. But me thinking lately, right, the best case for Shedeur Sanders is a drop in his class. Best case scenario for him to drop out the top 20. I know the Steelers are around 21, 22. Get past the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers will draft Shedeur Sanders no matter what. He's too close to a quarterback like Kenny Pickett. So I don't see the Steelers liking Shedeur Sanders no matter who they bring in at quarterback. Russ, Fields, whoever, Sam, Darnold, Rodgers, whatever. I think they I think they don't bring in Shedeur regardless, right? I think he's not that type of guy. So Shedeur falls out the top 20. The Raiders, I have a video on this coming as well. The Raiders at pick 6, I believe, will take Ashton Genty. It makes the most sense. You have smart guys there. Tom Brady, Spytek, the former, the now GM, former Bucks guy. You have Pete Carroll. I think they go with Ashton Genty at pick 6. Best RB in the class, in their opinion. I think it's Judkins, but whatever. I think they go. Genty, pound that rock. Then you find your quarterback of the future later. If Shedeur goes out the top 20, the Raiders trade up to the back half of round 1, grab Shedeur. That is best case scenario. Or even the Browns. Depending on what the Browns do. The Browns can get Travis at pick 2 if they stand pat, and then trade up if Shedeur falls past top 20, and go get Shedeur as well. So there's many teams who would get Shedeur Sanders if they pass on him and just wait. But I just can't see. I really can't see Shedeur getting past the top 5, top 6. I truly don't see it. It's a slim chance, though. The way everyone's talking, and it seems like everyone is saying that. It's really weird, the convos, man, because like I was saying, people are saying Shadeur's not an NFL quarterback. He's around 3 quarter. I'm like, dog, what are we watching? His O line, I understand his flaws. I spoke on it in my last video. I understand the flaws. Everyone's a flawed quarterback, clearly. But if you watch the tape, clearly the last 2 years, don't watch the lowlights, don't watch the highlights, watch the real all 22. Even the good plays, even the bad plays. Look at his O line. His O line was god awful. And people's asking, oh, he bails too early. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Having a bad O line like that builds bad habits. It builds bad habits. So wait till he gets a good O line. If the Raiders have a good O line. If you grab Shedeur top of the or no wherever back of the first, top of the first, whoever grabs Shedeur Sanders, your O line should be more competent than the Colorado Buffalo's O line the last 2 years. Give him time, give him protection. I promise you. I promise you. And some weapons as well. Everyone needs weapons, at least 1 or 2 good weapons. Whatever team drafts Shedeur Sanders, he should start from day 1, unless you have a good bridge quarterback in front of him. But I promise you, Shedeur will carve you up, carve your defense up. He's a very good quarterback, very methodical quarterback, and you even see the mistakes people are doing online. They're picking and choosing which plays to show for his bad plays. A lot of the things wrong with Colorado's offense last year was a lot of option routes. So the quarterback and the receiver have to be on the same page. And a lot of times, or sometimes, that they weren't. So it looks bad on both parties. Yeah, the receiver throttled down, and Shedeur kept throwing like he was going to go on the run, interception or bad play. Stuff like that happens. It happens all the time. We have optional / choice routes. So, and I know Shedeur spoke on that before, and the people saying he's throwing his offensive coordinator under the bus. But if the scheme is trash, it's trash. I know he shouldn't do that, but it is what it is. So, I think Shedeur's the best quarterback in this class. Not the most potential. Cam has that. But, we don't just say Shedeur is Tom Brady light for a reason. He's the Dollar Tree version of Tom Brady. He really plays like that. Carve you up like crazy. But he has to have the O-line to do so. Obviously, Colorado's O-line was not that team. It was not O-line to do it with, but he made the best of it. So, yes, he has flaws. He throws off the back foot. He drifts, hold on to the ball a long time. But why would you not when the O-line was playing that bad? Literally turn on the tape and just watch if you have access to the R22. Guys, one Mississippi, guys are already beating his guard. already beating his tackle, already beating the center. Like, dog, he just snapped the ball that already in his face. That's ridiculous. No other quarterback in this class dealt with that. So that's my thing. Like, I don't understand that. But, we'll see what happens. But if he falls in the draft, especially falls out the top 20, I would be very happy for him. I know he might not be happy, but or be ecstatic, but that could be the best thing for him. Let the team that drafts him get a blue chip player at pick at their first go around. The Browns or the Patriots, not Patriots, the Browns, Titans, Raiders, Jags, whatever. They get Abdul Carter. They get McMillan. They get Warren. They get Hunter. They get whoever they want to get. Genty, running back, whatever. Matthew Golden, whatever. And then they'll come back, double back in the back of the first round and come get you. That would be best case scenario. You get two blue chip guys, one being whatever, Hunter, Carter, whatever. Name the player, and then you get your QB of the future in Shedeur Sanders. That's the best spot for him. Like, I'm really loving the Jets as well. I know the Jets want Cam Ward, so the rumor says. The Jets are what, pick 7, I believe? Pick 7, 8, 9. Jets pick whoever that player is. Let's say Warren. They pick Warren. They pick McMillan. They pick whoever, offensive lineman. They pick Mimbu, whatever. Then they trade back up the back of the first to get Shedeur Sanders. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So I'm hoping, not hoping, but if Shedeur does drop and someone trades up for him back of the first, that will be best case scenario for the Sanders family. So that's my thoughts on Shedeur. Final thoughts probably ever until after the draft. We'll see what happens. Pro days coming up. Don't really care much about it. He's gonna look good, and even if he doesn't, that's fine. I'm still sold on Shedeur Sanders. Next up, Chiefs and Bears trade. Joe Thuney, one of the best guards, also filled in for left tackle at times for the Chiefs last year. He has been traded, 32 years old, last year of his contract. He's been traded to Chicago Bears for a future 2026 draft, 4th round pick. The Bears making moves. They got the Rams guy a couple days ago. Now they got Joe Thuney. Ben Johnson isn't playing. He still might go get Will Campbell to play center or something. But overall, not get into that later. But overall, I love the trade from both sides. The Chiefs and Brett Veach and that whole team, no, the whole management team, they make the moves to win. They make the hard moves, they make the tough moves, and they stay winning. Excuse me, my throat going out on me, my voice. But they just stay winning. And choosing Trey Smith, paying him long term, finding the cap for him, the money for him long term, getting rid in a tough move to get rid of your best overall lineman is a tough thing to do. But they done it in the past. They let go of L'Jarius Sneed last year, and it kind of hurt them in the playoffs. We've seen the flaws in their pass coverage, but they still got to the Super Bowl. You saw them lose Matthew. You saw them lose Tyreek Hill. Well, trade Tyreek Hill, and they still get the job done. So I feel the same about this one. They're going to miss him a lot. Tooney's a monster, but I have, and let's get into prediction time of as far as the Chiefs goes, they're going to get Cam Robinson. I truly believe in free agency. They already have Cam Robinson's old running mate in Jawan Taylor back in the Jaguar days. I think Cam Robinson is a shoe-in for them in free agency. To me, it makes the most sense. I've been hearing smoke about Ronnie Staley. Don't love it. I've been seeing smoke or rumors about Tyron Smith. Stay away, please. Tyron Smith can't stay healthy. Respect to him. Legendary player, one of the best of our era as far as linemen go. But he can't stay healthy. So if I'm the Chiefs, I'm staying away from Tyron Matthew. Ronnie Staley, I'm cool on. If they can get him, I guess, for cheap, but I doubt it'll be cheap, so no. I say bring in Cam Robinson. He's above average. He's good, not great, but that's all you need for right now. You'll be fine with him. While he can stay healthy. Cam Robinson, Trey Smith, Jawan Taylor, that's not bad. Then you Creed Humphrey in center, so fill in for that left guard spot. You'll find that in the draft somewhere probably. That's not a bad thing. Or have Cam maybe move in the guard. That's not terrible either. So I think the Chiefs are still going to be in a good spot. Bring in Cam Robinson, and they should be fine. Moving on from Joe Thuney, it's going to hurt. It will hurt for sure, but I think they'll be just fine. So that's my prediction, really, as far as it goes to the Chiefs. One more, I don't have a prediction on it, but I will hope that they get a better running back. Find someone in the draft. I've seen reports that they're not going to extend Isaiah Pacheco till he proves this upcoming year that he's healthy, in great shape, all that good stuff. I wouldn't pay him still, regardless. This class is full of guys. Get you one. If I'm the Chiefs, get you. I don't want to say a Henderson or Judkins. That's kind of too rich. But get you someone good. Get a Devin Neal, he's my guy in this draft class. I said in my video last week, he's one of my guys. Get Devin Neal, get a Harvey, whoever you think fit the scheme best. Whoever I seen some rumors about Cam Scatterboo. I know he was a Chiefs fan or something like that. That's cool, I guess. I'm not mad at it, but get someone more shifty, in my opinion. But get you a guy. Get you a running back. Pair with Pacheco. Still have Carson Steele. I think that makes the most sense. And I'm really curious of what the Chiefs do with their first round pick. Pick 31? I'm not so sure it'll be a lineman. Everyone says it might be a lineman. It probably will be, but you never know. Matthew Golden might be still around. Luther Burden could be still around. It could get scary for one of those for the league. If they can get a Matthew Golden, Luther Burden, they shouldn't be that far, but you never know how the draft falls. If one of them corners fall, you might can get if Morrison falls, So everyone has the Chiefs locked in to a offensive lineman. I'm not so sure if they can get Cam Robinson, which they probably can, and get maybe someone else to have some added depth, and they'll get their guard of the future in the second round. I'm not so sure that first pick will be a lineman, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Now going to the Bears, Ben Johnson is not playing. He's not playing no games. Got two good guys now. Still needs some more help. As I said, Will Campbell probably still in the league for the 10th pick. Will Campbell looking like right now he might be a center / guard. So we'll see what happens there. But as we've seen, Joe Thuney can play tackle, not his preferred position, but he can play it if need be. But Ben Johnson's just getting talent. He's just getting talent on the O line, getting them better than ever. And Caleb Williams will be happy. Plain and simple. Their running back room, whoever is starting running back, will be happy. We already know that Ben Johnson doesn't really like DeAndre Swift for whatever reason, thinks he's not good enough. So he'll probably be moved on from trade, cut, whatever. Bring in a Quinshawn Judkins, bring in a, Devin Neal, Caleb Johnson. I think, they'll be just fine for the Chicago Bears. Another prediction, I said Will Campbell already, if he gets to that point. Another prediction, maybe Josh Simmons, maybe Connerly, like I said, they're kind of true tackles. Like I said, Judkins, a running back, Judkins, Henderson, someone with some speed, could be in the mix as well for the Chicago Bears. And also for free agency wise, I think Chase Young. I say Chase Brown. Chase Young for the Bears, pairing him back up with Dennis Allen from last year for the New Orleans Saints, where Chase had his best season in a long time since his rookie year. Bringing back Chase Young, pairing him back up with Montez Sweat, his former Commander teammate. I think that makes sense. He knows Dennis Allen's system. Just in it last year, played good in it last year. He knows Montez Sweat. They can be booking and partners yet again. So I'm all on board for Chase Young going to the Bears, probably on a 2-year deal. Nothing crazy, but he is, he does play pretty well, plays strong, plays aggressive for the most part. So has a pretty good motor. So I'm definitely all on the Bears getting Chase Young this offseason. And last topic, going to it, Orlando Magic. They've been losing it as of late. Suggs out for the year. Um, Paolo and Franz Wagner, um, they're good young talent. And I've said this to myself for a while, or in my notes. I never said, like I said, I stopped doing basketball videos. But in the past year and a half, I've done videos or had videos done. I never put them out maybe, but I had Trae Young going to the Magic. I had DeJounte Murray going to the Magic. I've done multiple videos going to the Magic because they need a difference maker at point guard, plain and simple, and they just don't have it. Suggs is cool. Cole Anthony's okay, but you need someone that's a true, absolute game changer. And if the Hornets want to get off a mellow ball, I say go get him. Trae Young for the Hawks, that still stands. Clearly, Fox is with the Spurs now, so that move is kind of dead in the water. Murray, DeJounte Murray, out for the year with the ACL, Achilles, whatever it is. So he's kind of damaged goods for right now. So I'm cool on him. But Trae Young is the guy for the future. The Hawks should sell him pretty low ish. Shouldn't be nothing crazy. So I say go out to Trae Young. But if you don't, if the Magic don't upgrade their guard spot, their true point guard spot, I think they should look into trading Franz Wagner. Paolo is the guy for the future. He is your prime alpha dog player. Wagner is cool. He's a good young guy as well. Can do it all guy when everything's going along. But they don't play well together. Um, they kind of when you watch them play, they kind of step on each other's toes, and that's not going to work out long term. So they have spurts where they play well together, but overall, I just don't love the fit. They just don't complement each other's game. Honestly, I think they'd be better apart. So if I'm the Magic, I know it won't happen until probably when it's way too late. Teams love doing stuff way too late, but I would if you don't I'll even say shoot. If you try to get LaMelo Ball or Trae Young, I would try to trade Wagner in that trade. I really would. I would maybe try to trade Wagner in that trade. I just don't love the fit of Wagner and Paolo. I think it gets even more worse if you keep Wagner and bring on a Trae Young or LaMelo Ball type of player. Not gonna work. It's not going to work. Wagner needs the ball in his hands to be effective. Paolo needs the ball too, and bringing in a star point guard like a Lamelo, like a Trae Young, not going to work. So um, I'm kind of on board. If it was me and you want, excuse me for that noise, guys. If it was me, I'm giving up Wagner in the trade for Trae Young. I'm giving up Wagner in the trade for LaMelo Ball. And having a big two of Young and Paolo surrounded by shooters makes sense. Or defenders and shooters makes sense. Let me get into this as well. Caldwell Pope, KCP. I don't care about the wife stuff that happened about, she said score 12. My parlay messed up. He scored 12 exactly. He's been a god awful signing. KCP was supposed to be a 3-and-D guy. He brought nothing but D. Pause. Like, there is no offense to KCP this year at all. So many games. Like, he's running around getting free cardio. Like, he's not doing anything. He was a waste of a pick. And that's funny because I add into the list Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons from the Blake. I had this video done 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Anthony Simons to the Magic. I'm doing that deal. Now, in that deal, I'm keeping Wagner because Simons isn't enough star power to give up Wagner for me. So he's not a star point. I would no, he's more of a complementary piece. So I would. It's still a tough move, but a tough fit. Excuse me, but I would keep Wagner there. But Simons, Wagner, Paolo, that's not bad. That's at least trying. But I would prefer Ball or Trae Young. But as far as going back to KCP, the move was cool, but I did a video on this as well. I think I put it out maybe. I don't know, but Klay Thompson. I preferred Klay Thompson. I truly did. Now Klay wish he went there probably, but I preferred Klay Thompson. Not so much defense as he used to be, but that 3-point shot is still deadly. He opens up the floor for those two guys. Paolo and Franz Wagner more. He's a better passer, so he can find Klay open, and he kind of play make. Paolo can at times, but I really think if you substitute KCP for Klay Thompson, I think this Magic team is that much more dangerous. Klay can still give you 4 or 5 threes a night, probably 4-ish, 3-ish, 3, 4 threes a night. KCP, he can barely give you 2. he give you good defense, but that's it. That's it, man. So that's my take on the Magic. Um, I think they should split up Franz Wagner and Paolo. If not, getting a guy like Anthony Simons to me makes sense. But if you want to go a bigger name, Trae Young or LaMelo Ball, you got to probably give up Wagner, and I'll be cool with that. But daggone KCP is stealing money, dog. He was a terrible signing. I've said it, throughout the whole year, just watching and betting on and sports betting on the Magic all year. He's been free money for unders all year. Whatever you want, under assists, under rebounds, under combo bets, rebounds and assists, rebound points, and like he's been under on everything mostly all year. Under on threes made. He's been hot garbage. Hot garbage. And that was his wife saying, "Oh yeah, I need you to make 12," and he made 12 exactly. Come on, dogs. He's stealing. He is stealing money, and his wife gambling. So we'll see what happens with that. But I don't really care either way, honestly. But about the wife part, she could have been joking. I don't take it too serious. Even if she wasn't, I'm cool. I don't really care. I don't really care about getting people in trouble like that. But if you don't know the game is rigged to a certain degree, you must be out the loop. The games are rigged to a certain degree. Some guys scoring 12 points in the first quarter, they're due for 15 and somehow get injured or get benched and and you stuck at 12 the whole time. Like it's insane. But overall, though, sports betting is definitely difficult. It's definitely random, but you have to just put your best foot forward and be okay with losing money. But that's it for the vid, man. That's it for the pod. Episode 2, it's been pretty good, under 30 minutes, so quick, easy listen. But that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about the video, feel about the podcast. Yet again, it was only 3 topics, so I will have them in the description for you. So easy timestamps for you guys. And that's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.